we never considered national origins. We considered only the films as we saw them. And there were many films that could have been included, but I think we did pretty well. I like that film very much, and I like that performance very much. And we didn't have, we had to be fair with our own feelings. We could have said, well, how can we get more people represented? But I think that wasn't a good way to go about it either. The best way, we did the best we could anyway. But we voted for the films we thought deserved those awards, finally. Now, that said, I want to say also that there were there's always films, and there were many films, there were films that I liked very much that didn't get into the award category. They may not have been the films you would have chosen, but I'm saying for myself, right? And there were 3 films in the competition that all fell under their own category. There seemed to be a little bouquet of films that were of another category, that were they were good. I would say that they were wonderful films for young people. 3 films. One was School Days with a Pig. Very interesting life lessons for young people, an experiment in teaching, and it caught us all up in the dilemma of it, and we were all at risk in that decision-making process right to the end. It was very well composed, so that when the decision was made, everything was in balance. It was a very just ending, but it took us through a lot of things, and it took those kids through a lot of emotion. We were with all the kids, and the kids were wonderful in the film. So that was one film. Now there's another film. Hamoon and Darya from Iran. A wonderful love story of a very noble young musician who out of love for this girl goes on a quest for a way to heal her when he finds out she's ill. Terrific film for young people. Terrific film for young people. How they behave toward each other, how this very noble fellow endures all of this torture, really, in his emotions, and then still saves this young girl's life in a way. A wonderful adventure. Very well done. Now, the third film is a film called Planet Carlos. Is it Carlos? Planet Carlos. Also, a terrific film for young people to see. It really, and I was trying to find a way to give those 3 films an award, because I said, this is very special stuff. These are not ordinary films. They're very exciting in the concepts, very challenging for the audience, and finally, the resolves in those films are deeply satisfying, and Planet Carlos, I guarantee you no kid has ever seen the kind of poverty and challenge that is depicted in that film. And this boy, and I'm going to meet him a little later on, I'm going to bow to him. This boy is such a pure soul, and going through this area, any part of which could have brought us to despair as an audience, his spirit kept us going, and that was the story of the piece. This boy wouldn't give up his dream and his ability to keep going and make something positive out of any kind of adversity. Wonderful film. So I'm very glad to be in front of the cameras and be in front of you to say, I recommend these 3 films for young people. And I wish we had a category that would have said, young people, President's Prize for young people's films, something like that. And have Mr. Yoda package these 3 films on a DVD and send them everywhere to the schools so the kids could see these films. The kids will really be challenged by those films. I'm very interested to show those films and have an hour discussion with the kids after they see them. They will be amazing. It's very good for us to see what those films express. So anyway, and you can see and how passionate I am about this, and I couldn't find a way. I was really trying to even influence the judges to say, let's make a new category. Let's do it. We're the juries. We can do it. But they said, you know, other things, and I finally said, okay, well, that's not the design of this particular festival, but I recommend it now. I challenge the festival to give attention to these 3 films.
May I